This is Biker Dad, brought to you by Stevenson Klotz and the National Academy of Motorcycle Injury Lawyers.
My name is Chris Best, and I left my 25-year corporate career to ride motorcycles and tell your stories. And this time, that adventure brings me back here to Sweet Home, Alabama, and we have a sweet surprise for probably one father. Here on Father's Day, somebody in this room at Mobile Bay Harley Davidsons is about to win this bike, my personal bike, and that's where we start this episode of the Biker Dad TV show. So let's roll. Biker Dad TV show. So let's roll.
Have you ever sat at your job and thought, what if I just got up and left? Tell that horrible boss to take this job and shove it. Have you ever wanted to just walk out? What about burnout? Well, that's exactly what I did, but I didn't just quit. I left my 25-year corporate career to ride motorcycles and tell your story.
Daytona Beach, Florida, where you can actually drive onto the beach. Rick Fairless, a legend of his own, introduced me to Richard Rollins. Mayfield, Kentucky. Southeast Missouri. Beautiful city of Knoxville, Tennessee. Gulf Coast of Mississippi. The Florida coast and the Tampa Bay area. Orange County Choppers, Roadhouse and Museum. Talking to Paul Tuttle Sr. himself.
But make no mistake, this is not a show about motorcycles or even about me. Instead, I travel across the country to meet the people who use their passion for motorcycles to make their communities stronger, safer, and better. This is Biker Dad.
All right, it's time. We are here in Mobile, Alabama at Mobile Bay Harley Davidson, where on Father's Day, they're doing this huge event called Pop-A-Palooza. Adrenaline, testosterone, motorcycles. We're celebrating all of that. And the big celebration is gonna be this. We're giving away my personal bike here in just about an hour, this 2006 Harley Davidson Softail. When I say we're giving it away, I'm not really. Mobile Bay Harley Davidson and Noel Leonard, biker lawyer here in Alabama, foot the bill so we could give my bike away. And that's about to happen in just about an hour. I'm gonna shock everybody real quick. It's really crowded room. We're starting this puppy up anyway.
Hey, I'm Courtney. I'm the marketing manager here at Mobile Bay Harley Davidson. So we're out here today. We're raising money for Casa of Mobile. It's the court-appointed special advocates for children. We're going to be helping local kids in need today. This is an event we're going to do every year. It's centered around Father's Day, so therefore Pop-A-Palooza. We've got a lot of people out here today, crawfish, and it's been a great time. We have had a great showing today. I know where we're at as far as donations are right now. I don't want to give that away just yet, but I'm so excited for Casa to find out. We have a 50-50 going on today. And then we have the bike raffle. So the bike raffle tickets get you entered into the bike giveaway and then also into the crawfish bowl. So the bike that we're giving away is a custom Softail. It's Biker Dad's old bike that we unveiled here a few years ago. And we've had so much interest in it. So we're wanting to get into the community and show the community what we do as a biker community. It's not all leather and bikes and revving engines. We get out in the community and we do good. So that's why we're showing the community that we're here. I am so proud of where we're at as far as donations go. I'm so proud of all of the bikers that have donated and come and volunteered their time to help today. And I mean, it's been a great showing. So I'm super proud of us. You don't have to be here to win the bike, but I'm really hoping that whoever does win the bike is here because I cannot wait to see their face when they get the bike. So Noel Leonard is a biker lawyer over in Baldwin County. We've been working with him. He's done so much for this dealership already. If you get in a bike wreck, you call him and he's going to take care of you.
I'm Noel Leonard and I'm a personal injury lawyer in Baldwin County all over Alabama. Got together today and I was one of the lead sponsors on getting this bike ready. Chris Best, Biker Dad, chipped in and really you were the beginning of this. Biker Dad and I have been hanging out. That's you. We've been hanging out for a little bit. Got involved with NAML through you, the National Academy of Motorcycle Injury Lawyers, and you gave me the opportunity to get in and be a heavyweight sponsor on this, and I was glad of the opportunity. When you make money in the community, you need to give back to that community. So you helped me get in on the ground floor of this, and just glad to be here, part of giving it away. Glad to be given to CASA, the court-appointed special advocate. Most of the time, I said this earlier today, I say it most of the time we have these gatherings. It may look like a ragtag bunch with leather and tattoos and all kinds of funny hats and stuff and weird sunglasses, but most of the time when you find us gathered together, we're probably putting together money for somebody in need.
Hey, I'm Tony Sawyer, owner of Bob's Downtown Restaurant. So today's Papa Palooza. It's Father's Day at Mobile Bay Harley Davidson in Mobile, Alabama. I helped sponsor this event today because Mobile Bay Harley helped sponsor Operation Feed the Cops during Mardi Gras when I do that. So, for them to ask me to do this, it's an honor. That money's going to go for abused children to help them financially through tough times. Well, I've got a friend of mine that wants a motorcycle, and if I so happen to get this motorcycle, I'm going to be more than happy to give it to her for her first bike.
It's almost time to give my bike away, but before we do that, we want to give you the story behind this beautiful bike because she wasn't always this pretty. We're starting what we hope will be an ongoing segment here on the Biker Dad Show, Ride Rescue, and we're going to start off with this 2006 Heritage Softail that looks like a heaping pile right now. The man who bought this bike brand new couldn't ride it anymore, and it just got parked outside for 5 or 6 years and it sat there. One of the best things about this bike is it only has a little over 10,000 miles on it. It also needs a new master cylinder, and we also know that this cable ain't gonna work. That's all pretty much a surface rust on the chrome. That is gonna come off for sure. It's the wheels that we're worried about, and if we can't get them cleaned up, we may have to replace the wheels. So here's a good sign. That's one side of the tank. That's the other side of the tank, and that's just wiping it off with a dirty rag.
Definitely needs a lot of cleaning. We got some iron decon. We're gonna spray on it, pull all the contaminants out of it.
You can't smell this stuff, but it smells worse than this bike looks right now.
It's the worst smelling stuff ever. But it's got a chemical in it that actually, when you spray it on there, you let it sit, it turns purple, and it pulls all the contaminants out, iron, brake dust. It actually helps rust too. Actually impressed.
Yeah, it looks like a motorcycle instead of a pile of dirt now.
First time I've used that iron decon, and it does pretty much what they say it does. So now we're going to do our next step. I picked up me a buffer and everything for Mike and Gary's. Do a quick little buff just to see how bright you can get it.
What's the key to getting a good buff?
Good product. I have found that dual action buffer is a lot easier than the rotaries. A lot more user friendly.
Yeah, that looks pretty good, and you can't even get video of it without seeing everything reflecting in it.
Yeah, I think we can save the people.
So the next thing we need to figure out is what we're gonna do with this bike. Are we gonna leave it a bagger? We're gonna strip it down a little bit more like this, Cholo style it, some big handlebars and a swooping fender. And it's time to tear down the Heritage. This is our Ride Rescue project. The best part of this is that a lot of the work that we need to do is just take crap off that I don't like these lights here and the crash bar and everything else. They just don't fit with the project that we're doing. So let's get started tearing this thing down. We're at these passenger floorboards, and we already took the detachable bags off, and we got to take these brackets off too. Again, half of the job on this bike is taking stuff off it that we don't like, that's ugly and old man looking. And Garrett's going to tell us a little bit more about how we go about doing that.
Basically, by the time we get done, the only thing left of this is going to be a motor and frame.
One of the things we really have to look out for on this bike is spiders. We already saw a Black Widow, crushed her. Thankfully, neither one of us got bitten, especially Garrett, since he's the one who reached in there. Yep. all the parts, the ones that we will need to put back on, but also ones like this that we're going to save by either giving or selling to other people. So the parts don't actually waste either, even though we don't need them.
And we're going to bring it all back up to brand new since we decided to do a custom bike instead of just a restore.
So that means if we're going to take a bunch of stuff off, we got to put other stuff on. So let's get on the road and get headed toward ordering the new parts for the bike. We tore everything off of it. As you can see, it's all down to bare bones. But when you tear everything off of the bike, you got to put everything back on. And today we finally got all the parts in all these boxes right here. You can obviously see already what we're doing with the handlebars, but Garrett with Black Sprocket Garage is going to unbox everything that's been delivered to his shop. We're still not going to tell you exactly what we're going to do with the bike, but when you see us unbox these parts, you'll kind of start getting an idea. All right, let's get to it. Let's unbox this stuff.
What's up, guys? It's Garrett, Black Sprocket Garage. We are starting to get the parts rolling in and see if you guys can do a little guessing and see what we're going to do with this bike. For the bars, I figured I'd go ahead and start extending the wires and getting them mounted. As you can see, we're going with tall bars. Everybody loves tall bars. Basically a smooth front fender. Let's see. Tombstone taillight. A set of true dual exhaust. And to go with that exhaust is fishtails. So that probably is going to give it away for us.
This is the really big piece.
And the rear fender. Let's see if y'all can put y'all Scooby-Doo hat on and solve the mystery before we get done with it. So that's pretty much it. We have a few more parts as far as wheels, tires.
Hi there, this is Chris Best, the Biker Dad. I'm just here to let you know that myself and the hundreds of thousands of people who follow us on social media and watch the TV show are here to help. Do you need help with something? Give me a call. That's my number right there, 251-402-6392. Especially if you need legal help, I have an army of lawyers across the country who can help you with injuries after motorcycle crashes especially, but other stuff like crime and everything else too. So give me a call, 251-402-6392. I'd like to introduce to you Martha Harris, owner of Eagles Talon Motorcycles in Pensacola, and one of the most patriotic people you'll ever meet.
I'm a patriot through and through. I will not let you disrespect my flag.
Martha is a veteran and one of the biggest supporters of our biker community.
I absolutely love the motorcycle community and the riders, and they make this all worth my while.
So please stop by and visit Eagles Talon for your leather, patches, apparel, and a whole lot more. Eagles Talon on Copter Road in Pensacola, one of my favorite places in the world. I'd like to welcome Kelly Dowell with Dowell Financial Group in Daphne, Alabama. He's going to be answering some of the more common questions about financial health. Kelly, how much life insurance do I actually need?
Chris, that really depends on how much income you want to leave your spouse.
Does anyone else think it's like super weird being an adult? Like I'm just unsupervised, like.
What happened with this bike is I heard there was this 2016 Heritage Softail sitting in a barn that wasn't being ridden, but they didn't buy it because it had flat tires. I was like, what the? You didn't buy a 2016 Heritage? It wasn't a 2016, it was a 2006, and it was buried under about 6 inches of dirt and what else?
Pile of junk, all kinds of stuff. We literally did some American Picker stuff going on to get this thing out of there.
So Garrett injured himself getting this out of the pile of junk. The brakes were locked up, everything on it. But once we got it, it's a 2006 Heritage Softail, had a fairing on it, had bags on it. Once we got it and cleaned it up, we realized we could really just wash this, change out a few parts, and probably sell it for like $7,000 bucks. But we're like, that's boring. We don't want to do that. So we decided to tear it all the way apart, took pretty much everything off of the bike and rebuilt it from the ground up. The only thing that's original on it is the frame and the engine, And the tank, we kept the tank and just painted it. It was a rusty, dusty piece of garbage.
Do they want to do a drum roll? That was a lot of work.
So the good thing about this bike is it only had 10,000 miles on it. And so it's brand new heritage Softail.
Basically, we did a 4-inch stretch rear fender. We did a street glide front fender, and stripped the tank. Painted it all nice blue candy with some lace. Painted the sprockets, and I probably buttload of hours just polishing this thing, getting all the crud and the corrosion off of it, and I think it turned out really nice. New bars, new taillights, cables, exhaust.
So every piece of chrome on the engine you see was covered in rust. The pipes are new, that tail light is new, the handlebars are new, but all the other chrome was covered in surface rust, but luckily it was just surface rust. My favorite part of the bike, I swear we're going to do a bike that's not blue one of these days, but Garrett painted the sprocket blue, which is something you never see. And we put 14-inch 8s on there. I know people like the 18s or whatever, but we wanted to make this rideable. The seat's very uncomfortable, but it looks cool. I've gotten to ride it 10 miles so far, and it's a favorite of the 3 that I have at the moment. It rides like a dream. It's an awesome bike. Hi, we're here with Neil, the master tech from Harley Davidson, to talk about this week's tech tip. And we got another real road experience that I want to get some answers for, because this has just kind of been a nagging mystery for me. And it actually turns out that it's really common. This is my 2006 Heritage. It's a beautiful bike. We put these brand new cool white walls on it. And it's just an awesome custom bike. But this is the big problem. Every time I get on it, even for a few minutes, there's just black all over the white walls.
White walls are a magnet for dirt. I mean, hey, when they're clean, they're clean. Usually, a guy can go through one set of white walls and say, you know what, I'm gonna go back to black walls.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to have white walls until it's time to do white wall things.
I love that. I'm gonna make a t-shirt that says that.
Extreme cases, you can use some non-chlorinated brake cleaner. Test in a hidden area. I'm gonna hit this right here. Like I said, because you've got a lot of brake dust going on there. Sometimes changing your pad from an organic or to like a sintered metal or something can cut down on the brake dust. They are a chore.
Got a really clean white spot right there.
Yeah, some guys will swear by magic erasers, things like that. I've even heard some people going so far as to do Scotch Guard treatment. I don't know. I want my tires to be rubber.
Yeah. Well, my main concern when this was happening was not necessarily how clean or dirty it was, but I was wondering, do I have an oil leak? Do I have some bad bearings that are throwing grease or anything like that? But it's a brand new wheel.
Yeah. If it was a little bit shinier, had more of a kind of oil quality, I would say definitely check the seals on your pistons. With some age, things can develop leaks. There's lack of use. But I mean, brakes get used pretty well.
Yeah, and this is an old bike, and I think one of the tests that you can do if you don't know anything about bikes like me is you can just run your finger across it. If it's dry and dusty, it's brake dust. If it's greasy and doesn't come off pretty well, you probably got a bigger problem. And another layman's tip for you that I figured out on my own is you're really tempted to use bleach white to clean these things up because it's going to look really white. But that bleach white actually attracts dust and sticks to it. It makes it even worse. Yes. So it's really clean for a minute. It comes off too easy to need that stuff anyway. This is soap and water, magic eraser, or whatever. It'll come right off. That's this week's tip. Thanks, Neil. And that's one that will make you think twice about getting white walls.
Very plugged in with A-Bait in the Gulf Coast A-Bait in our area, who is like very like-minded about wanting to get back to the community and safety and awareness and lobbying for riders in Florida. And so
yeah. Well, that's a good segue to this, Noel. And you tell me in Alabama, what about this is all everybody's having this issue, helmet laws. It's a big debate. Did you wear it or not? What kind of laws do you have in Alabama in regards to a helmet?
Alabama, you have to wear a helmet. Your rider has to wear a helmet. That's Bottom line, that's it. You must wear a helmet. And it makes sense. I lived in Florida, and I got to say, I went without a lid from time to time when I thought it was, just an easy, safe ride. So I'm guilty of it as well. But having laid down a bike, I can tell you that there's no reason not to wear one. Everybody should be wearing them, and Alabama has been pretty good with regard to that as well. Just laying down the law. That's it. Do it.
What about Florida?
Florida,
Florida
imagine,
man, right?
It's all about freedom of choice, man. So you can choose not to wear a helmet. And again, listen, I respect everybody's right to make their choices about their safety issues, but I can tell you,
it fires people up.
Many people get very passionate about it, and I got to say that I am in favor of wearing helmets only because I have seen so many situations where if somebody had just been wearing a helmet, they would be alive or functional, and their family wouldn't be, having to endure a huge tragedy because of what's happened.
Hey, I'm Dr. Glenn Glass of Glass Orthodontics. At Orthodontics, we're not really treating a disease. This is about aesthetics, this is about feel good. You boil it all down, this is about self-esteem. So we try to make it fun, and we just try to make it a great experience for everybody. I need you to move back just a little bit. And I need you to come forward. Can you move just a little bit to the left? Yeah, you. Yeah, that's it. And a little bit to the right. That's it. Perfect. If you want the straightest choppers in the Southeast, you come on down. This is where you get them.
Cottonmouth Customs in Pensacola is building awesome bikes, and they're also building a reputation as one of the great bike builders. The shop in Pensacola offers custom bikes, service, and tons of used parts. The mini museum of beautiful vintage bikes is worth the visit alone. I want to personally thank Cottonmouth Customs for supporting the Biker Dad Show and making our dream of riding motorcycles and telling stories possible.
All right, and now is the moment of truth. We are about to give away my 2006 Harley Davidson Custom Softail. This bike is beautiful. We found it under a pile of junk, actually a few blocks away from here 2 or 3 years ago. Stripped everything off it. Everything on it's brand new. Low mileage, beautiful bike, and it's about to be somebody's for like 25 bucks. So let's see what happens. All right, we're live at Mobile Bay Harley Davidson, Mobile, Alabama, and here's why. I'm flipping this around. We are about to give away my bike, this beautiful custom Harley Davidson Softail.
Whoever wins the 50-50 is going home with $155. I know that. 642011.
Oh.
Hey, look, who do I give this to if I want to give it back? Give it back.
Well, we have raised $15,406. We have 517 entries for this. Wow. So it's all been put into a digital wheel. So I'm going to click a button and it spins and it's going to pick the name for us.
In that wheel.
Alright, let's see.
Come on, baby. Put my name.
William Cobley.
That's not our name.
Alright. Y'all, let me tell y'all. So this man bought how many tickets? 80. 80? Yes. Wow. 80 tickets. So count for you. So let's do 80 times 25. That's how much he has put into this donation by himself.
All right, he's going home with my bike. What are you doing next? Going to Disney World?
Oh, no, I'm going back to work.
All right. So tell everybody who you are.
I'm Clay Cobley from Pensacola, Florida. We own a crawfish restaurant over there, and I ride Harleys.
Cool. All right. Congratulations on the bike, and I'm just telling you, it's an awesome bike. I've ridden it a few thousand miles.
Yeah, I'm ready to roll.
All right.
Might have to pull these bars back a little bit though.
Your home for Lex and Terry in the morning rocks your workday with Pretty Reckless.
When I go, just put that power rock and roll.
Foo Fighters. And Linkin Park. Available on over 2,000 smart devices. The Gulf Coast Rock Station, TK101.
Wow, I had such a blast with all octane camping in 2023, and 2024 is going to be even bigger. Myself and an even biker mom got to experience the glamping, luxurious camping with the big old bed and a nice comfy tent, whether it's really hot or even a little chilly. And the best part is they set it all up for you and you don't have to worry about a thing. Book your camping trip for 2024 by going to alloctanecamping.com and tell them Biker Dad sent you. Hi there, this is Chris Best, the Biker Dad. I'm just here to let you know that myself and the hundreds of thousands of people who follow us on social media and watch the TV show are here to help. Do you need help with something? Give me a call. That's my number right there, 251-402-6392. Especially if you need legal help, I have an army of lawyers across the country who can help you with injuries after motorcycle crashes especially, but other stuff like crime and everything else too. So give me a call, 251-402-6392.
When it comes to accidents and injuries, hire a law firm that gets results. We bring it to the insurance companies. Go to bringitlawyers.com to see a list of our verdicts and settlements. Injured? Call us anytime. Stevens & Klotz Injury Lawyers. We bring it to the insurance companies.
Hey, this is Stephen Kirkland over at Mobile Bay Harley Davidson, and you're watching Biker Dad TV.
I won a motorcycle. I definitely 100% won a motorcycle. No, I didn't buy it. I won it. You want to FaceTime? I won it. I won it. I won it. It's a 2006 Heritage Softail. It's pretty much like my Fat Boy, only it's decked out. It's decked out. It's decked out. So I guess I'm riding it home.
That's it for this week's episode of the Biker Dad TV show, and that's it for me and Elvez. One of the favorite bikes I've ever owned is now some other guy's bike, and he's out there riding it, having a ton of fun, probably while you're watching this video. Learn more about court-appointed special advocates. Just Google it, or I'll post something on the Biker Dad Facebook page as well. It's an awesome cause. And thank you, Mobile Bay Harley Davidson and Noel Leonard, especially biker lawyer here in Alabama, for making all this happen and raising a buttload of money for a great cause. That's it for this week. Until next time, please look twice for motorcycles.